terms of world ranking, but this being the opening day in a brand new event, well, anything could happen. Carolyn Miguez is our umpire for this one.
I have red and black. Red for you, black for you. Okay? Serve, you serve. Side is okay.
Mo Zhang, 12 years the senior in terms of these two players.
2 minutes.
And for HINA HAYATA, you're right, yeah, things have moved on in the world of Japanese women's table tennis, and now she isn't the one that feels she's taking on the cream of the crop on her own. She's got a bunch of teammates doing something similar. Now that could work one of two ways. One, she could feel a little bit less valuable, or the other is she could feel a little bit less pressurized. Maybe she could just come out and be herself and do her thing. Let's talk about Mo Zhang a little bit. What kind of game does she play?
Well, she's got short pips on the forehand with sponge underneath. That means she attacks, but she doesn't spin as much as most. Shorter strokes, fast, flatter hits, tough to rally with in the forehand. She spins like everyone else with the backhand. That said, she's tall. She's got a very, what's the word I'm looking for? Almost classy game. It looks very delicate the way she approaches the ball. Very light in her strokes, very light on her feet. Compact, close to the table. The 24-year-old on the other side, just 2/3 the years of life. Again, Mo Zhang, 36, HINA HAYATA, 24, with 7 titles to her name and a 75% WTT win percentage. Look at these last 3 Grand Smash results. Semi-final and quarterfinal in her last 2 just earlier this year. That says a lot.
Yeah, she's been as high as 4 in the world as well, remember? So, you know, we got some pedigree, some serious pedigree from the lefty here. And she's fun to watch as well. That's the thing about her. Her game has got this flow and flair to it. It's a languid at times way of playing.
Right, I'd say her service game, her receive game, she's not afraid to bring out a bunch of side spin, but with money like this on the line, you do whatever you have to, just I'd say within your moral compass to make sure you win.
So they've come here to Vegas, they've come here for glory, they've come to be part of something special. And the fans reckon, as far as this one is concerned, it's HINA HAYATA, 86% saying that she'll emerge triumphant.
Don't forget, you can cast your vote. Let us know your opinion, your wishes, whatever it may be. Cast that at worldtabletennis.com. On the WTT app.
Match up against Japan's HINA HAYATA.
Isn't it great that fans can have their say, that everyone's in together? Wherever you're watching this, get involved, be part of this historic US Smash 2025.
Love one.
Stylistically, you can already see a bit of what you're going to get here. Mo Zhang with that slappier forehand against the 9th seed. From time to time, we'll go cross court. Now, one thing you'll notice is Mo Zhang will serve with the backhand side of the racket. She'll twiddle or turn it 180 degrees for that spin. And you want to keep everything as deep as possible and as low as possible. And the reason is short pips generate less spin. You can still spin the ball, but you don't get as much rotation as you would with, say, Mo Zhang's backhand, an inverted rubber like HINA HAYATA has on both sides. It's not the first time we've seen a half-long serve and a spinny third ball backhand. HINA HAYATA playing into the spinnier side of the racket. That's the thing, the side of the racket that generates more spin also is more responsive to spin.
It was a good illustration of what she got in terms of lateral movement on that serve right there as well. A lot of action. Didn't give her a point though. 4-all.
5-4.
Oh, she had a turn
5
there to
all.
get around the ball and deliver really for the first time, a bit of power.
Yeah, smart combination. One out to the forehand, and as soon as Mo Zhang is extended, it opens up the backhand corner for the drive.
Six, 5.
Interesting here to see Mo Zhang caught in a position in between. Says, okay, it's coming long clearly. Tries to softly spin it with the short pips. Can be effective. The lights here beautiful for the first ever U.S. smash. And this time it works. A slow, just sort of rolling forehand topspin. By the way, we say Mo Zhang because that's her preference. I know on the back of the shirt it says otherwise, and that is her Chinese name, but we will honor the player's wishes, generally speaking.
Yeah. Yeah, we get that
7,
with
6.
players, Yang Zilu, for example, and that, you know, they sometimes get it kind of anglicized in terms of the way the name's given.
Perfect example. Mo Zhang in front here now on her serve. 2 outright serves in a row. Interesting. Watch the placement here. Right into the center of the table. But half long. Would it have come off on a second bounce? Would there have been a second bounce?
Now that's
6,
a big point,
9.
because the 2-point gap becomes 3.
And for me, mentally, this is a page right out of HINA HAYATA's handbook in her most famous match, in my opinion, against Wang Yidi in Durban. She was forced to slow it down. That's what Mo Zhang is doing. She's slowing down the game. And it's working.
10, 6.
The first point, it looked almost silly. She took a slow swing and missed, and she's won the last several points in a row, and here she is with 4 game points.
And there
11,
it is.
6,
Game
game
plan
champ.
very much vindicated. She takes the first game. Later, of course, we will make the point that the beauty of this sport is that you can't just stick to the same game plan because your opponent's going to adapt, and that will happen. But so far, so very good for the Canadian Mo Zhang.
Love 1.
Flatter parallel shot. Remember, the forehands of Mo Zhang going to have less rotation. She hits from behind the ball more as opposed to a brushing motion that she would use with her backhand. Most players with inverted rubber would use on either side.
One all.
So back to the point I was making at the end of the first game. Yeah, you can have a plan, you can slow it down against HAYATA, but she's going to adjust somehow or other. What happens next for both players here? Does Mo Zhang go to a different game plan? Does she just keep this one going for as long as it's got credit?
2, 1.
Yeah, both of those. That's exactly right. You keep doing what's working and then you adapt when it's not. And not immediately, right? For example, something might not work, but you know it's worth a shot. You try it a little bit longer before you throw it out. Sometimes,
1, 3.
I can't tell you how many players go to China to train for 6 months and they come back to wherever they're from and they lose. It takes a while before it really becomes natural for them to apply it. You just saw Mo Zhang there, what, 12 of the last 16? Momentum.
And it's still working because
1,
this
4.
is a good game plan, because it's discomforting HINA HAYATA. She's clearly not comfortable with what's happening here.
It's a game of rhythm, and in the women's game, it's a fast game of rhythm. If you can slow it down and break that rhythm, good luck to the opponent.
Again,
5,
one
1.
long, then a little bit of a shake of the head from HINA HAYATA. She's not happy in her skin at the minute.
Five, 2.
But as you will always say, Adam, you know, it's the mark of the quality players, the champions even, that they adapt, they adjust, they find a way. What's she got to do to unlock the best of her own game now, HINA?
Yeah, I think she's got to slow it down and play safely, play the high percentage shots for a moment.
2,
That
6.
said, pushing long is a very tough way to do it. I'm mostly referring to topspin cross courts where she can. In the open rally, HINA HAYATA's just one of the best in the world. And also, so we talked about their world ranking difference. Think about continental inflation. If Mo Zhang were playing in Asia, it'd be a completely different story. So the separation between these two should be even greater than their world ranking suggests.
Yeah.
That said, Mo Zhang is winning not only in the overall big picture in games, but in this specific game by points.
7-3.
She's doing this so well. A couple of points ago, she stepped up, jumped in, and changed up the pace. Now she's back to doing what she's doing, which basically is frustrating her opponent. Another flailing effort there from HINA HAYATA. The ball's just not there for hitting.
8-3.
Good underspin on the pendulum serve. I think, yeah, if I were in HINA HAYATA's corner, it would be trust yourself. Slow it down, play first spin. No need to finish the point. Wow, but Mo Zhang has the answers. I felt like the quality on this parallel was good. There's a reason Mo Zhang's been the leader for Canada for quite some time and has been playing the Women's World Cup for years and years. The thing is, her forehand is less familiar. I say go into the backhand wherever you can. There we go.
4-9.
Yep.
You're just not practicing against short pips attackers nearly as often as you are inverted rubber attackers.
And again.
Right, 2 in a row to this backhand. Even if the ball comes back, HINA HAYATA is going to be familiar with the angle of her racket to lift to make sure it stays out of the net. With the forehand, it's not going to be the same story.
What a great
10,
return.
5.
Just when she was looking to dominate a little bit there, HINA HAYATA, it's 5 game points for a 2-game-to-love lead for Mo Zhang. Oh, yeah.
11-5
She got
game.
HINA HAYATA tangled up there and commandingly puts that away for a 2-love lead.
Time. Third game.
So,
Zhang to serve. Low ball.
HINA HAYATA, 9th seed, in trouble. 2 down against Canada's Mo Zhang, who serves.
Lob 1.
Adam Bobber alongside me. You see plenty of HINA HAYATA down. Just tell me a bit about her mental game, her composure, how she is when the going gets tough.
All I have to say is Wang Yidi, 2023. 1917 in the decider, a comeback that seemed unthinkable.
3. Lob.
She's had her challenges. Miwa Harimoto with the All Japan Championships. With 3 consecutive national championships for HINA HAYATA. All that being, to my memory, the 4th right now in line for Japan, which is crazy.
1-3.
Misses one, and that comes as a bit of a surprise given the way she started this game.
Nice. I like that she held her pose until we heard the ball hit the hand of the assistant umpire. Little ball exchange here.
One, 4.
This is clever. This is crafty play. It's easier said than done, but HINA HAYATA with a nice long push just sort of guides it back. Change of pace again, rhythm. Bit of frustration there from Mo Zhang. Variation in the spin game, HINA HAYATA with the touch. When I think HINA HAYATA, I think strawberries, I think whipping attacks, I think inside-out forehands, I think speed and open rally and a variety of serves. She just has so many tricks up her sleeve.
Six,
It's a
one.
really good read of serve for that side topspin serve. HINA HAYATA pulls up, but it's the backhand on the parallel that wins her a point.
2-6.
Now, right in the last game when Mojang, or HINA HAYATA rather, went to the backhand for 2 points in a row, and Mojang said, "I see what you're doing. I'm going to use the same strategy to play cross court," and counter-ripped it with a short backhand stroke. HINA HAYATA's done a good job of constantly mixing it up. Here in the start, played a few out wide to the forehand, and then goes to the backhand, and in this last point, the middle, just constantly changing her tactics.
Oh, lovely. As the beauty of this sport, we were wondering what HINA HAYATA was going to do. We're seeing it now. It's unfolding in front of our eyes, just what she's bringing, what she's changed about her play, and also the boost in confidence.
8-3.
Really went for the serve there.
Yeah, long serve from time to time. Bottle challenge from her own baseline to the opponents. For a righty versus a lefty and vice versa, that can be very effective.
Brought out a great service return
4-8.
from Zhang, and as a result, she's doubled up on that point, making it 2 in a row, so it's 4-8 now.
Little side angle view here to the length to get a passive receive, but generating enough spin, keeping it low enough that HINA HAYATA's ball comes back into the net.
Four, 9.
Yeah, look at that. There's a spring in her step. She's bustling around the back of the table as HINA. Now she's in business.
10,
now she's
4.
looking at 6 game points to make it a 2-1 match.
Just
like that, she does. What
HAYATA.
problems? What upset? She's found a way, as the good players always do, and HINA HAYATA still got a long way to go because she has to win this long way round, remember, having surrendered the first 2 games. But she's back in it now. She's in business at 2-1 down. Mojang, the one now having to take stock and come back with something new. 11-4 to HINA HAYATA in the third. 2-1 to the Canadian.
Time.
It's nighttime in Las Vegas. We really hope you're enjoying the US Smash 2025 as a Grand Smash comes to the United States for the first time. And we have seen some stunning action already. Still to come after this one, we have got another of the Americans in action. It's the recently crowned champion
4 game.
of the men's
HAYATA to serve.
game here.
Low
Kanakzar
ball.
up against Isang Su. And then we're going to wrap things up tonight with some mixed doubles action. But first, unfinished business in the women's singles.
1 love. Love 2.
Just not quite where it was for Mojang, as that anguished expression tells you. She'll be hoping that things
1,
slow
2.
down a little bit. HINA HAYATA has sped them up. She's all back off the table, and she's really opening up and playing shots in this game, just as she did in the last. Just
3-1.
for the time being, it's going awry for the Canadian. Miscue after miscue. But it's by no means slipping away from Zhang. If she can just keep the ball in play, you feel that HINA HAYATA is going to go for the shot. She's done that over the last game or so.
In that replay, I was a little bit surprised that the final shot was a flat hit from HINA because she took some really difficult topspins on the balls before.
And that's why she's frustrated, because Zhang gets one back but not the second, and that's the difference really between games 1 and 2 and what we're seeing now in 3 and 4. Oh, that's better.
3-4.
Lovely little deception, change of angle on the backhand there to wrong foot HAYATA. Absolutely crossed over.
Very forward, way out in front, using the wingspan to her advantage. Remember, these are two taller than average players in the women's game. Being closer to the net, closer to the table, and closer to the net for that matter, tends to give you an advantage. Less time for your opponent to react, greater surprise on angles.
And it's just tightening up again in the fourth. 5-4 now. This is just bubbling up nicely. Let's remember, Zhang just needs to go on a run, and she takes this one out. They are wrestling here, really. This is so important, this game.
That ball had so much spin on it. She brushed up it as if it were a chop. I guess because it sort of was. Heavy push. And Zhang left with a rapidly spinning ball there. Coach Yusuke Oka, former physio and trainer for HINA HAYATA.
Oh, lovely. That's really penetrating.
9.
Powers one into Zhang there.
Yeah, using the full length of the table for that shot.
5-10.
And then just probing away there with the backhand. And Zhang's worn a bit of frustration on her face this game in particular. 5 game points for a 2-2 match. And that's it.
11-5 game.
And HINA HAYATA is looking to complete the comeback. She's come back from 2 down to 2 all. And you'd have to say, if I don't mind sticking my neck out, she'll start the 5th as favorite.
Yeah, she's got the momentum. She's got more points overall. Whatever she's found out in terms of rhythm and answers, she's definitely found a lot of it in recent history. Only 9 points for the opponent, despite being beaten by a margin of 22-11 in the first 2. HINA HAYATA seems to be in control, but the decider will determine what happens. Coming up next, we've got Sang-soo, the big brother,
5,
the Opa
6.
for the Korean team, battling against the recent national champion, the pride of the United States,
10,
a
7.
record setter, Kanak Ja, who started becoming a national champion as a young teenager, played the Men's World Cup when he was, what, 13 years old, 14 maybe? My goodness, has he grown. That battle is coming up right after this one. Only one more game. You will not want to miss it. A night full of excitement here.
Yeah, we've seen success for Americans already on this table in the shape of the 18-year-old mixed double pair that started the evening off. We've seen Amy Wong get past Lily Zhang as well. Kanak Ja, can he do it as well? I know you watched him in action in the Nationals. Can't wait to hear you talking about what he's going to bring to that encounter with Sang-soo.
Fifth game.
But that was the deciding game's
Shan to serve.
percentages.
Level.
So just to be clear, neither of these players have a winning percentage in the decider. That said, HINA HAYATA 6% better in the decider than Mo Zhang. Still makes it interesting. You just
6% less bad if they're both below 50.
I hear you. I guess however you want to word it, both still true. Good times though. Especially for HINA HAYATA in this moment, who continues with her momentum after only dropping 9 points total. The facial expression you could completely understand in this moment. It's a very awkward ball, the forehand, when she blocks it, when she counters it early in the rally. But there she has time to step around, played into the middle. Just bends that ball a bit with the short pips.
Oh, that's so sharp. Mo Zhang has enough experience to know that she mustn't be playing a game of what might have been here, that she has to just simply take this one on its own merits and try and get this game won as if they were starting from scratch. But there must be a little voice at the back of her head saying, 2 up. It was going so well.
Late. 1-3.
Because she's cut a very frustrated figure over the last couple of games.
1-4.
There it is, more of that frustration. And the timeout here for Mo Zhang. Down by 3. Common separation there.
你现在你不要再不用发办公台了。我不是想发办公台，我想发不转短的。我知道你不用往这儿发，你往法里去发。你要发短的，你稍微柔一点，就你不要光用手，你稍微柔一点发。然后你给弱点的时候，现在你给弱点，你这会儿你想怎么给，但你反往这边，你稍微别着它，你就往它中间去给，你不用给大多，因为大多点它两边冲。
Let's get across to table 2, where HINA HAYATA's compatriot Mira Haruoto was up against Yashashvili Golopade and got through there. 3 games to love. Straight game victory there against the Indian player.
甩他这把甩特别好。
So, is he going to be another Japanese victory following shortly after that? The moment the sides look good for HINA HAYATA, 4-1 up, having come back from 2 down to level at 2 games apiece.
你不要让他站那，他现在站那都不动，然后当拉你一把，这么拉的真的挺转。然后现在就是你不要这样慢，你人压着一点，你可以防，你人压着点。
Yeah, instructions there for Mo Zhang, but she's going to have to come up with something. The game plan at the start was so good. It's now a question of what happens with plan, probably on about plan Q by now. Oh, she got it.
Oh, you want to see her complete this point after playing it from the ground, a rare occasion. Again, you can be anywhere. 12 shots in this rally. Watch this one bite the net. HINA HAYATA full extension. Man, the squat still gets back up. That's got to be tough on the hammies.
Yeah, a physical trainer will have been wincing at that one. The potential for injury there. She was in no position to make that shot, but she made it, the first one.
5-2.
The energy from the bench, Coach Oka making it quite clear that he's right there behind her and that HINA HAYATA is going to have to keep the energy up. He used to write on the back of her hand, or she would write by his instruction, onaka, meaning stomach. And that would remind her to walk straight, to suck in her stomach and put her shoulders back.
If I don't say anything for a moment, I'm just writing something in my hand.
I hope it's onaka.
Two, 7.
And the role of the coach is fascinating to me. The strategically timed clapping, it's great what they can offer from that position back there.
Gutsy serve, corner to corner. Mo Zhang still trying whatever ideas she can out here, not giving up. Look at the bend on that. Most left-handed players, competitive players, wouldn't even touch that serve.
Late, 7-3.
I think it's easy to forget how fast a lot of these serves are coming in. Even the half-long serves low to the net, they're very quick at this level.
7-4.
7-4, still a little bit of work to be done here if HINA HAYATA is to progress.
For me, this is the point to save the timeout.
That goes wide as well. A little
5,
frustration
7.
too. And a little sigh of disappointment. And what was that you were saying?
Nah, it's towel break.
Some kind of a break's needed though.
I think it's a bit of a mini timeout. Mo Zhang with a bit of momentum again.
If she goes all guns blazing now, why not? She's got nothing to lose.
Mo Zhang?
Mo Zhang. Throw everything at HINA.
5-8.
If she lets you.
It's just, table tennis is so mentally demanding. It is so easy for someone to break your focus, to change your plan. It's one of the most mentally demanding sports you can play.
8-6.
Still, this one's tight. Still, it's a 2-point game. Kept it going there, played the cautious approach, Mo Zhang, and got the dividends.
And here's the
Timeout, HAYATA.
Mo Zhang right on her back here after a big string of points.
She's flirting with danger here, HINA HAYATA, because at this point in the fifth in a decider, it just needs a couple of things to slip away from you, and goodbye. You're leaving Las Vegas, and she doesn't want to be doing that. So that's going to be a finale that's just moments away here. But let's just head outside once again. Simon Gauzy, who was in action earlier today here in this arena, in the Smash Arena, overcoming Aditya Sarin in straight games there. And if you're a fan of entertaining table tennis, you'll be delighted. You'll be rooting for Simon Gauzy because he brings fun in games.
And if you follow Simon's Twitter account, you'll find that sort of hilarious considering a tweet he had about Adi Sarin in the past. Good times. It's basically related, just John, for those of you who can't see his face, which is everyone but me right now, looked at me as if to say, what is it? Well, Adi Sarin jumped to, I think, 37 in the world after a good continental event, and Simone sort of said, I've never heard of this guy, and he's ahead of me in the world rankings. I've won 3 national championships for one of the strongest European nations, and I don't know this person who sits in front of me. Well, they officially know each other. Simone has made his tweet come to life.
Yeah, there you go. And he bettered the man from Oceania then. Meanwhile, this is where we get to the business end of this one. It's crunch time.
Well,
she had to dig deep and low there and still couldn't retrieve. All thanks to that little kiss off the net at a key moment.
Does 7-2 sound familiar to you?
Yeah.
9-8.
Suddenly, ZHANG is 2 away from an upset. Or is she?
9-all.
If HINA HAYATA loses this, she might look back to a couple of points earlier in this game, the 5th, just before the timeout, that she might have felt that she squandered, rather, because right now it's on a knife edge.
Perfect
10,
placement into that
9.
elbow. HINA HAYATA puts the pressure on into the target, and it sets up a match point. About 5 minutes ago, it didn't look like it would be anywhere near this nail biting.
And she's there.
11-9.
And 20
Game,
minutes ago, this looked unlikely
HAYATA
as she
won the
surrendered
match
the first
3-2.
2 games against Canada's ZHANG. But HINA HAYATA showed us what she's made of. She adapted, she adjusted, she showed her character, and also the flair.
Maverick Arena, let's give a
Evidence
huge
of that
round
flair
of
than in the way
applause
she put
for
that
this
winner
thrilling match.
away to win.
And now your winner was a result of 3 games
to move through to a
2.
round of 32
From
encounter with
Japan,
Bruna Takahashi
we
of Brazil here in Las Vegas. That face tells you a story. She's been through it in this one, and she emerges triumphant.
86% of the fans called it correctly, and HINA HAYATA, despite being beaten 11-6 and 11-5 in the first 2 games. You asked about resilience. Well, HINA HAYATA